And good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the last of our first round races here in the January BOILeR monthlies. Let me get some music going for you, and then we will flip this on over and get this last race started up here. There's all that BOILeR hype in chat. I love you guys and gals so much. Seriously, thank you again for coming out. And on that note, let's flip this on over and introduce our last racers here this evening. On the left-hand side, and again, sorry about the little bit of a glitch out, but I do actually kind of like that when it shows up on both. On the left-hand side, we have TicTacFoe, and he is going to be taking on one of our racers from BOILeR Season 2. You may remember him. He was your Jacksonville representative. That's the Haku on the right-hand side. So again, he was one of our backups on the list of people that had signed up, and again, it was all randomly picked this month, and he was third in the list and wound up saying yes, so he was our backup, and again, people have personal lives, and stuff happened to original signups. So again, Brendan, no hard feelings, man, whatsoever. Thanks for letting me know in advance, and we had plenty of time. Haku stepped right up, so thank you very much as well. And again, we're going to do a best 2 out of 3 race here. Using Isaac, and BOILeR rules. We'll go over that in a second. They're often racing, though, so best of luck, guys. And again, there are 7 banned items on the way nobody's allowed to pick up. Those are Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. We'll get to reasons why should we see any of them. I'm sure it'll be asked in chat. A lot of people know the answers. They'll answer it for you if you guys have any questions about these rules. Glitches pretty much outlawed the entire way. There's a few that are allowed. If I see them, I'll let you know. Again, they're very few. There has to be a risk involved with the glitch to make it usable. So stuff like the pony glitch, brim snapping are outlawed. But you can try to use kamikaze by holding up against a wall but not take damage. Certain things like that, for example. We'll get to more again if we see them. But again, we're racing best 2 out of 3 through Mom's Heart, so Womb 2 is your finishing point on this one. And again, otherwise, pretty much anything else goes. It's just get there as quick as you can. On that note, Haku making that quick start. He's got Monstro here. And again, you saw he picked up, Bobby Bombs, which gives him homing capabilities, and gave him 5 bombs as well. So ripping on through Monstro, not too much of a worry in this boss fight. But again, a few resets over on TicTacFoe's side on the left, so he's still looking for a good first item to start this run with. Hey, what's up, Jim? How you doing tonight, man? Dad SNES Power. How you doing, sir? Ooh, really good first item. Guardian Angel, that double speed orbital to block shots for you. Again, we're only going through the Womb 2, but still, having orbitals is not a bad thing. You can never argue the shot blocking, and especially at double speed. So he's found his boss fight as well, so TicTac just 1 room behind. A little bit of health up for the Haku, and he'll be your first on down to the caves too. Whoops, and it would help if I hit the right button. There we go. And again, that 1 shot a pin, if you time your bomb correctly, takes him out no problems whatsoever. TicTacFoe grabbing Jesus Juice, a little bit of damage and range increase, and he's also on his caves too. Excuse me, I always say that wrong. Basement 2. This is not Spelunky. Those are not caves. They're not mines, they're not caves. You're an idiot. Me versus Spaz, who wins? Spaz. That's not even a question. Bet Spaz, bet heavy. Because you're not going to make much money betting against me. Or betting with me, excuse me. Good to see you, bro. Ooh, Mini Mush now also for TicTacFoe, so really good second item for him as well here. So that drops his size. His hitbox is just slightly smaller here, and he is going way faster, plus speed, plus range, also on his shots. So again, pretty decent second item. Still looking for that key over on Haku's side, trying to get into his item room. Again, may think about, though, again, gonna hold on to his, hold on to his soul heart for the time being. But may want to think about that curse room should he not get a key. And again, here's his boss fight already, so he's cleared the entire floor. This will be your second to last chance for a key. And you really don't want to get it off the boss. But he does have 3 champion enemies in here, so technically he gets 4 chances at a key. 0 for 1. By the way, Monstro 2 over on the left side. A little bit of a pain in the butt. 0 for 2 for Haku. Come on, 0 for 3. Come on, 4. Oh, really? Have all the red hearts forever, Haku. Too bad he doesn't need them. Speaking of pin, how about 1 of those bombs? Ooh, not so perfectly timed, though, and Haku's going to have to actually get this time slightly better. Wow, no luck with the bombs. There we go. Ooh, and it didn't one-hit him. That's amazing. Anyways, on to Caves 1 over on the left side for TicTacFoe. A very slight advantage for him at the moment. And again, picked up the crown, so let's see those yes crowns. That is Pageant Boy. Picked up a little bit of money with it. Is up to 9 cents now. See, that bunch of pills there for Haku. He's going to say no thanks. No, he is going to go for it. I spoke too soon. On into his devil deal. Bloody Lust and the Razor. Can't even afford the Razor. Bloody Lust, the only consideration here. And yeah, just like I thought, Haku not going to bother. Ooh, 2 Tears Down pills. No thanks. And he'll just take a new one on with him. Not going to bother trying the rest. On down to Haku's Caves 1. He's going to get the expansion Catacombs version. So again, a few tougher enemies here. Ah, it doesn't actually reduce your hitbox. Fair enough. Only seems like it does then. And whatever it says on Platinum God, just like Dirty Paul says, you can flat out believe that. Like, Alec knows what he's talking about. So, whatever it says there, you can damn well believe is the exact effect of whatever item it is. Alec ain't a dumb man, let's put it that way. It's Elucidate, by the way. On Twitch, it's Alec. That's why I call him that. Anyways, TicTac has found his boss fight already for Caves 1. No item room yet. Does have a key to get into it if he wanted to, and I may consider it not having all that much damage. I may try to find this item already. Now, mind you, he could get a nice time advantage should he move on here. He may just go ahead and kill the boss in hopes of getting a devil deal. And indeed, that's exactly what I'll do. Speaking of that item room, we got Haku finding his on Caves 1. Though again, lack of keys seems to be a real issue with Haku. Hopefully one will spawn in this room. Because otherwise, he ain't getting in there yet. And we got Shub over on the left for TicTacFoe. Already about halfway through him, so we'll wind up getting some sort of item here, but he's really hoping to get a god or a devil room. Yep, exactly, Squall. Exactly. Wiki can be altered way too easily with incorrect information, and whereas Alec has really dug into it, he knows what's up. Alright, gonna skip over the item room is TicTacFoe. Again, I don't blame him, it gets you that nice time advantage. It's a little bit of a risk, but there's his Caves 2 item room, so not that big of a deal, obviously. But moving on ahead, taking that slight time advantage on Haku, who is in his boss fight on Caves 1. Taking on the Golden Hollow here. So every part that he kills is gonna drop a coin or two for him. Speaking of that item room, also getting his key back is TicTacFoe, but he picked up, excuse me, why can I not think tonight? The virus. That is Poison Touch. Anything that TicTacFoe runs into is going to take poison damage. Welcome back, Yorkers. Missing a pretty darn even race at this point, honestly. Like, we got a little bit of advantage right now for TicTacFoe, but it's not very much. Haku's pretty darn close behind. Looks like he's going to hang on to his bombs here, even though I'm sure he's thinking about placing one in the dead center. I know he's thinking about it. By the way, you can make very short work of hollow enemies by placing a bomb at just the right time. If you get them both to pass the bomb at just the right spot, you can basically one-hit these guys. And with homing bombs, I might have considered it with those 4 that Haku's hanging on to, but he's going to take his sweet time against this. Never a bad thing either, because, hey, maybe you just flat out waste the bomb, too. If they get on this slightly off pattern, it's going to be harder to get them lined up. And yep, you gotta love Family Jewels. See, there's that bomb. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you also knock them slightly off kilter. So if you don't get it just in the right spot, it's not gonna help you as much as you'd like to think. And now with this pattern, there's no way I'd do it. And yeah, Family Jewels is freaking awesome. For those that don't know, he did the musical intro. By the way, Juice Juice again. That is range and damage up, not tears. But again, it's very slight damage. Anyways, what I was saying, Jules actually did the intro audio for the intro video that you guys saw. Did a really phenomenal job with that. And if you don't know who Family Jewel 7X is, somebody link him up. Check out that man's YouTube channel and his website, because he is freaking awesome. Jules is a freaking awesome dude. Also, if you look really closely in the Isaac credits, you may notice a name that's kind of familiar. Just saying. Cough, cough, wheeze, wheeze. It's him. Alright, use your bombs, Matthias. And speaking of the hollow, same thing over on TicTacFoe's side, though with the regular version of this enemy, so you can see not golden, not dropping money every time you kill off one of the pieces. Ooh, Haku barely killing that off in time. I hate these rooms, by the way, though. That arcade looking kind of tempting to heal up with for Haku. Speaking of health, one more health up on TicTacFoe's side. And he'll be moving himself right on down another floor, so keeping that advantage going on down to the depths 1. Getting another immediate item room is TicTacFoe. Again, though, down to just the 2 hearts himself. Barely a health advantage. He's got only half a heart more than Haku does right now. Make that a heart and a half as we get a little bit of a heal, and he gets his key back. Ooh. That's why you don't spend your money, kids. Money equals power for TicTacFoe. Every penny that TicTacFoe gets, and that goes all the way up to 99 cents. We have a link for this as well. But again, excuse me, every penny that you get ups your damage very slightly. So with 17 cents, excuse me, you get a pretty decent little bit of damage. But again, it's not very much, but you get a little bit of base damage increase off of just picking the item up in the first place, too. So really, really good find right there. Hey, what's up, Belgian? How you doing? Down to just that one heart, though. So again, riding on not-so-easy street is TicTacFoe. I'd be a little bit worried about that health build. And here comes the real fun part. With no bombs, he cannot kill that green guy off. Don't kill the green guy off. Let him shoot in there for you. There you go. You still got... yeah, you can get that. I was going to say, if you have no bombs, you can get trapped in this room, guys. Like, TicTacFoe almost got himself into a resettable position right there. What happened? He didn't have any bombs going into the center of this, and thankfully now he does. But if he would have killed off that last green guy that was shooting out those poison bombs, there was no way for TicTacFoe to get to those enemies in the center, and he would have been trapped in that room. That was really close to a reset. Yeah, it's 20, somewhere in the range of like 25 coins for 1 damage. Like, it's pretty close to that. It's like right there. In fact, it may just be dead on 25 for 1. It's a little bit off. Like, you start getting diminishing returns at one point. Like, we actually have the setup on here. Let me see. Yeah, check this motherfucker out. Let me click that. Oh god, I can barely reach my... Oh, not money plus power, money equals power. Let's see if we still have this breakdown. There you go. There's a spreadsheet that tells you exactly how much damage you get on each one. Again, it's a little bit different on each one. It's basically 0.04 damage each one, and it evens out to 0.04. Ooh, speaking of damage, how about more of it over on TicTacFoe's side? That was a risky opening. Oh, especially against the bloat. That's the crappy part against that fight. So TicTacFoe eating a death all the way back down to his first floor. Ooh, speaking of that, though, we got ourselves a new race because Haku eats a death as well, so it's like nothing ever happened. Uh-oh. Team Bean assemble? Oh, he didn't even pick it up. So many BOILeR racers are going to give Haku crap later for not even picking up the bean. Pun intended. But anyways, picking up his new item, Haku's got himself Sister Maggie now to start off his new run. That's going to follow around shooting out pretty decently damaging tears from behind him as a follower. She's pretty darn nice, honestly. I don't mind her. So let's see. Judas's Tongue, nice trinket there also for TicTacFoe. Excuse me. If he were to find devil deals, anything that would cost red hearts now only costs 1 red heart. So you can save a lot of health containers in those devil deals. Ooh. Speaking of health and finding lots of it, now every 4 rooms that TicTacFoe clears out, that relic's going to spawn a soul heart for him. So again, great finds right there. He'll leave behind Pinky Eye in favor of that Judas's Tongue. How's some fat and hungover? How you doing? And again, both fighting their new first boss fights here. Ooh, Haku just about got stomped on. But taking out the Widow, we got Duke of Flies about working on halfway done over on the left. Haku thinking about this. Thinking about it. He's thinking about resetting, I can tell. He may be checking where, or what it looks like over on TicTac's side. Because he may not know where TicTac's at. My guess would be that's what he's checking. Either that or he's going to wind up typing in my chat and I'm going to have to slap him over the head later. One of the two. One of the two. Yeah, Maggie and Harlequin Baby, I can't go wrong with either of those. I love Rainbow Baby. I love Little Gish. I'd probably put Little Gish up there, honestly. Just for the effect that you get. Alright, Jesus Juice, a little bit of damage up. There's Haku unpausing. So, moving on down. And of course now it's on this side first, so a little bit of damage up and range up for TicTacFoe. Haku also moving down to his basement too. And again, we're pretty much... Oh, a Skype call failed. Oh, that sucks. Ah, the wonders of technology. Skype, you finicky bastard. Gotta love when that happens. That would totally explain it, though. UCF is in University of Central Florida, and if so, are you from around there, Fat and Hungover? Because that's about where I went to school. I went to Full Sail in Winter Park. Out of curiosity. Random question of the night is random. All right, let's see. New item room and boss fight over here for the second floor. Ooh, that D20 is showing up again tonight. And TicTacFoe just going to flat out pass on it and head on into his boss fight against our favorite horseman. Everybody greet Famine with your oh-so-favorite. Hey. Get any numbers. Oh, I love it. Yeah, damn you, Skype. We just didn't have a Mumble server that was ready for having this many people, like, basically hanging out in it at the time, so we're gonna wind up setting that up, most likely. It'll be the easy way. Skype is just way too stupid most times. Ooh, Book of Shadows now on Haku's side, though. It looks like he's gonna flat out leave that behind. A little bit too early for it, possibly. I can't really blame him. He's thinking about it, though. Anyways, also speaking of Haku, he's also picked up Isaac's head, which is a quote-unquote familiar. It's actually a trinket, but it turns into a familiar floating around behind you. So again, pretty base damage out of that, but it does have piercing. Oh, excuse the hiccup again. So there's your Cuban meat. Wow, we get to do it again, guys. So there's your Cuban meat over on TicTacFoe's side. Haku just about to wind up with the same thing, orbiting around, blocking shots, and doing contact damage. But again, let's do it a second time. Everybody say, hey, to Famine if you would. Ezio, it's an emote if you have a Taku's chat add-on. It'll actually show up in there. And again, if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's actually called Meh TV at this point, I believe. Or Meh TTV, one of the two. There it is. Ooh, that teleport on into a devil deal, and again, because of Judas's tongue, these both only cost 1 red heart for TicTacFoe, so he's gonna pick up the mark and replace that 1 red heart that he spent with 1 soul heart. More importantly, though, damage up off of that as well. So the very important portion of this is he got that basically free of charge, if you want to think about it. Now, yes, he replaced a red heart container with a blue one, but it's basically free of charge. Yeah, MetTTV, I love that he renamed it. That was so perfect. That Twitch support tweet was just too perfect for it. That was beautiful by Otaku. But I freaking love MetTTV. It's so good. It's so bad. And if you get that, I'm sorry. Anyways, let's see. Lover's Card would spawn 2 red hearts whenever TicTacFoe needs it. He's going to head into his item room, grab Peeper. So that's going to float around the room. It pops out one of your eyes to float around, as you can see. And of course, I forgot to update Haku's. I'm behind on this. Droop. I'm clicking the wrong spot. There we go. Anyway, so we got Gertie on the left-hand side. This is a regular version, so you see every couple seconds she'll quintuple shot at you or spawn enemies. And again, on the right-hand side, yet another fight against the Hollow. We've seen him plenty of times in this matchup. Haku ripping on through. He's going to pick up Squeezy. That'll up his fire rate and give him those 2 soul hearts. Thinking about it, but going to go ahead right on down to his caves too. So slight advantage over on Haku's side now. Very nice. Got a lot of friends that went there. Hell yeah, Fat. I lived in Jasmine Apartments, which was on 50... Was it just 50? Can't even remember. But yeah, I used to live right down there, so I know the area well. Mind you, I only lived there for a year, but either way. Moving on down to the second floor as well as TicTacFoe, so both on their caves too right now. And again, pretty dead even race going here again. Technically, you can make competition out of any game, VIP, or VIP. Probably VIP. Let me know on that. I probably mispronounced it one time. Either way, I obviously did. Crumps doesn't math well, guys. Anywho, but like I race Final Fantasy IV against the world record holder because it's a speedrunnable game, and if people are going to speedrun it and you want to do it side by side, technically you can make a competition out of it. So it's kind of the same thing. Like, you make a competition out of any game. It's just we have a lot of fun doing this and trying to go as fast as we can, and it works out well. The randomness kind of really adds to it, too. Like, it's a little bit odd for racing, I'll admit, but at the same point, it adds a lot of fun to it, too. Ooh, into that curse room, an odd... Well, okay, it's already paid off. I was going to say an odd choice for TicTacFoe, replacing his D6 with the Book of Sin, which, as you can see, will spawn random items like hearts, keys, bombs, things of that nature. In this case, spawned a soul heart for him right off the bat, so it's actually paid off already. I accept both VIP... I said both VIP and VIP. Fair enough, I can remember that. I like you already. Wild Zone, they can use the dice, but only against 7 items. Let me give you a link here to BOILeR.org, and I can just flat out... Actually, I can just do this. We might have deleted this. Yeah, Roller. Say that 10 times fast, lol. Anyways, there's your 7 banned items. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. Those can all get rerolled, but nothing else can. Ooh, and Cupid's Arrow, so now piercing shots over on the right side for the Haku. Everything that he hits with his shots, the tears are going to keep on going through it. Piercing should kind of write its, I think you know what it does, but whatever, I'm explaining it like I need to. So, it's like riding a bike, guys, I'm telling you. It's ingrained in me now, I swear. Must explain all items all the time. No. Anyways, we found our boss fight on both sides. Pestilence on the right, so another Cuban meat incoming for Haku. Ooh, and the Fallen on the left-hand side for TicTacFoe, so guaranteed Devil Deal item for him. What's up, Nave? How you doing tonight? Alright, Haku just about done with Pestilence here. Again, he'll wind up with the second Cuban meat. That'll wind up turning the orbital he has right now into a Meat Boy's head floating around, also firing out shots as well as its original abilities. Also getting himself a Devil Deal, and might as well take that Soul Heart as well. Ooh. Double Guppy items. I'd probably pass. Yeah, he's going to do the same thing. Haku not even going to bother with those and head right on down to his Depths 1 with a very slight advantage right now on TicTacFoe, who is just about to finish off the Fallen, making sure that he doesn't stand right where the item spawns. That was close. Don't kill it where the item spawns. There we go. Brother Bobby. So another familiar, again, very base damage coming out of him, but at least he'll shoot out something for you. Also, wound up getting an Eternal Heart as he works his way down. That's going to turn into a full heart container for him as he loads up this next floor, if it ever loads. We're just going to advance him to Depths 1 now, but that might be an XL floor. We'll find out in a second here. If it ever loads. This is why Flash sucks, guys. We can't wait for Rebirth to come out because this won't happen anymore. No more loading screen BS like this. Oh, here we go, possibly. Wait for it. Boom, regular Depths 1. All right, there's that heart container coming in. So back to 3 heart containers over on TicTacFoe side. And again, we've got Haku finding his item room over on the right. So he's got his Depths 1 item and a very, very slight advantage working right now. And let's see, Doctor's Remote. At this point, you might as well replace that D6 in my opinion. That's not the greatest of things, but it's a one-time use of Epic Fetus, so it drops down a mega nuclear bomb out of the sky. Again, pretty good damage on it, and it's basically a free bomb in situations like this. I may think about replacing the D6 at this point, but Haku gonna leave it behind, just go looking for his boss fight. Yeah, you can only reroll 7 total items, and there's, let me do math, 190 some odd in the total pool? I forget the total number, I think it's 198. So your chances are pretty low. You got about a 3% chance that you're going to come across an item that you even can reroll by the rolls that we're using. So it's really not that useful of an item. It's come in very handy for some of our racers. Don't misunderstand me. But at the same point, you got a pretty low chance you're going to see one of those 7. Toothpicks are banned because they're really just kind of useless. There's a few other items that are really useless, but you don't tend to find them in item rooms too often. So we banned the toothpicks just so that they could be rerolled and actually turn into something hopefully useful for the racers. Because like if it shows up in the first item room, people are going to reset it every time otherwise. Ooh, and Judgy please and thank you. How about the treasure map for the Haku? So you'll be able to see his entire floor layout here. And he figured, gotta try. That was that had a really good chance of being the boss fight attached to this. No such luck for him though. At least gets golden poop out of it. So a couple more pennies for him. It'll work his way over to the right side of his map. Ooh, actually going to take on his mini-boss. I'll be damned. There you go. Ezio's got a great link for you guys if you haven't checked that out. Because if I let him reroll like any single item, we'd be here for hours. Go watch Cobalt Streak do a D6 run. And then you'll understand why I don't let him reroll all the time. Because when we were doing 16 races a week, there is no way I would sit through best 2 out of 3s where everybody could reroll constantly too. It would play totally differently, honestly. Like, it would still go quick. I'm over-exaggerating. It would still go really quick. But at the same point, like, I don't know. It takes a little bit out of it, in my opinion, too. Like, this almost, I don't want to say makes it, like, straight up, like, skill, because you can still get some overpowered stuff. But at the same point, this brings it more towards skill level and not just like, oh, cool, I got Epic Fetus. You know, like, oh, cool, I got Dr. Fetus. Oh, cool, I got Brimstone again. That type of thing. Like, so it doesn't give you the straight up overpowered stuff. It doesn't give you the ability to skip floors every 6 rooms with a shovel. Basically, like, it's just for competition's sake. A few of the items are kind of broken and useless, so we just let those be in there too. It's just kind of for, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess like the spirit of competition. We could have just made it everything was allowed, but we'd be here for quite a while on some races, honestly, because people would be wanting to get like the perfect build all the time. And alright, Haku's found his boss fight on the right side, though. He's got a pretty nasty room. I do not like these mask enemies. Yeah, decent enough job getting through there. Again, he's got a full heal waiting for him in that sun card. But he's going to go back and grab all these red hearts that he can to fill up. And again, I think actually going to go ahead... No, maybe not. Yep. Thought he was going to do this. Thinking about it. Nope. I thought he was going to take that item out of the item room, but nope, going to leave behind Doctor's Remote. Yeah, I think Melo's right. Like, there wouldn't be as many skin-of-your teeth victory runs like we've had. If you were able to reroll everything, a lot of people would be taking longer. Just to be able to, like I said, get something that they could come back with. They're hoping to get Mom's knife in a room or something. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. Like, I don't think we'd have as many close races as we had either. It really, really has made it a heck of a lot closer competition without those. Or without the ability to reroll all the time. I don't know, it's just my opinion. I mean, both are perfectly fine. I'm not knocking either. Because both are perfectly fun, both are perfectly fine ways to go about racing something. On that note, Haku's got his Carrying Queen taken out, a little bit more range up with Mom's Lipstick, and he'll be on down to his depths too. So again, very slight advantage. As we got TicTacFoe on the left-hand side, taking on Gish right now. He'll wind up with Little Gish, another follower, and again, one of my favorites that shoots out tar tears. That'll slow down movement speed and shot speed of anything that it hits. No, I play a lot of other stuff on here too, but for the moment, like this weekend, basically, it's all Binding of Isaac races. We do this once a month. We may turn it up to twice a month, depending. I think we probably will. So we'll probably do it bi-weekly with this. Once boiler season starts, though, which will probably be sometime in the fall. So maybe late summer, early fall would be my guess, depending on when the game gets released. When that happens, it's basically nothing but Binding of Isaac racing, honestly. I get really, really wrapped up in that. Alright, and again, with your Devil Deal over here, we got TicTacFoe taking on Krampus, which means we're going to wind up with another lump of coal coming out of this. And again, he's got Guppy's Paw, so just turned one of his 3 empty health containers into, one of his empty red health containers into 3 soul hearts. I skipped the gun on saying that word. So again, getting a little bit of health back, but maintaining some of those health containers yet. Ooh, and gonna get another one out of this too, as he's got an Eternal Heart, so that'll become that 3rd health container again, as he moves on down to his depths too. So again, even more health in tow. Again, that Guppy's Paw can turn any health container, empty or full, doesn't matter, into 3 blue soul hearts apiece. And there's Haku's last item room, and again, already knows where his boss fight is as well, so he doesn't have too much more to clear to get up to that in the upper corner. Also has himself that arcade there if he really wanted it. Virus yet again. Poison touch for Haku. So any enemy, that walks into him is going to wind up taking a poison damage. With no keys, Haku will do some gambling. There's that last item room over on TicTacFoe's side on the left. Thank you, Zar. Thank you. And again, it's all due to Chris Annell. That layout is all Chris Annell's doing. And again, there's cool stuff along with it. Like, you haven't even seen some of the cool stuff yet. Like, wait for a death to happen. Let's see, wait for the floor changes and look in the center. There's some cool stuff. Magneto. So a couple items getting passed on here at the very end. So again, nothing too good in Haku's store. Might as well spend that money. Went ahead and bought the ladder. You can get over 1-spot openings now. May get you a few extra things, so that's not the worst. But 2 more rooms to clear out, and we'll get to Haku's mom's foot fight. And again, likewise, TicTacFoe looking for the exact same thing right now. No, the reset animation isn't in there. That's what you were asking me. The reset animation is not in there, Chris. Ooh, Joker card over on Haku's side, so he'll probably hold on to that. He could get himself into a free God Room or Devil Deal, whatever floor he uses that. And again, assuming that it's not a Devil Deal, he wouldn't mind getting a free item out of a God Room, though. Again, tonight, we have not seen many of those. And again, speaking of boss fights, we are into the Mom Split fight over on the left side for TicTacFoe as well. Pretty much dead in line with Haku, so we are dead even again here at the moment, folks. And again, a little more health going on TicTacFoe's side. Again, with Guppy's Paw in tow, he's got a lot more brewing for him, too. Yep, Chris is explaining it. It's basically an application off on the side. I'll show you guys after the race. That basically looks exactly the same as what you see on screen, but with buttons for me to update everything. Like, imagine what you see here with buttons in the center for me to update where everything is, and then, yeah, basically, like, I can type in the names and update scores with an arrow click. That's about it. Nothing too incredibly, like, different from what you're seeing, but so much interactivity. Ooh, and just like that, Haku goes down, so we were talking about it. But all the way back to the start for Haku. You can see it underneath there, though. He's already got a really good new starting item in technology, so laser pew 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 for Haku. Though again, already taking out Mom's Foot over on the left side is TicTacFoe, and he's moved on down to the Womb 1. So again, 2 more floors to go, looking for a 1-0 lead is TicTacFoe with plenty of health, and now with that Polaroid in tow, used up all of his red health containers, has got nothing but blue hearts right now. And that means if he were to take damage, the Polaroid gives him 5 seconds of invincibility afterwards every single time. He went and ate dinner and came back. Nice. That's the way to do it. Alright, Haku into his new first boss fight. Yet again, gonna fight against the Duke of Flies. Still has that 1 bomb, so he'll probably wind up using it. Oh no! He's trying to get that over to the other side and get it against that item rock, which now he's gonna have to miss out on unless he gets a bomb here. Not that lucky. So let's see, all sorts of pills. Haku may go clear that other room for fun, too. Lee's gonna check this out. Ooh, there we go. Into a Devil Deal. Wow, that deal. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. I'm taking the Pact here, almost no question. But wow, that deal is beautiful if you had the health. And indeed the Pact, so more shot speed, or excuse me, more fire rate, more damage for Haku. Hey, what's up, Smoke? How you doing? And again, having already cleared everything else out, already has a pill with him, and moving on down to his 2nd floor. Yeah, the blue gray hearts, whatever you want to call them, think about them like Minecraft armor. When they're gone, they're gone. Think about the red hearts, like the one that Haku has, like Zelda hearts. Those can get refilled if they're empty. The blue hearts just flat out disappear. There's a difference between them. And again, moving into that boss fight over on the left side, TicTacFoe is fighting against Conquest here, who is usually not a bro, but in this situation, I'm not going to worry about him too much. And you may notice that he's also holding onto his Sun card. He's waiting for the next floor for that. Sun card has 3 uses. Full red heart heal. Totally useless to TicTacFoe. So that's out the window. Now, the really important parts. Probably not going to use it so much for the second one here, but that'll damage everything in the room, I believe, for 100 damage. Most importantly, he's waiting for the last floor on this one. It gives you a full map and compass reveal, so he's going to beeline directly for his boss fight in the 2nd womb floor here. And again, lots and lots of health in tow. He still isn't even on screen with how much health he has, because he's been hit a few times here. And still not on screen with it. Again, he's got tons of health. And at this point, he gets flying as well, along with that Crack the Sky ability that you just saw coming out of Conquest. And moves on down to his Womb 2, just looking for one last boss fight here. There's that Sun card usage, and let's see, not too many more rooms. He's got a long way to go, but it's not all that many rooms, and he can cut a couple of them out by going through that secret room if he wants to. But we'll see if he chooses to do so. On that note, Haku's found his boss fight, and knowing he's behind, he's probably just going to head on in and try to get through this floor. Alright, new random pill pickup there. Ooh, I'm kind of surprised he's not going to bomb through. I'm actually really surprised by that. TicTacFoe gonna hang on to the bombs, actually. It's not a bad thing. Don't misunderstand me. Bombs in the last boss fight here against Mom are really, really good. Those will really make mincemeat of her. And again, he's got 9 now, so he's sitting pretty as far as total goes. Haku ripping on through Monstro in Champion version. Gets more fire rate with the wire code hanger. And let's see, gonna back on up looking for that item room. And again, if he needed it, we actually have an arcade sitting right here. By the way, that rusted key, totally broken. Don't even bother. Wow, and he still went in there. Tic-Tac, you could have moonstratted that. You could have saved time, man. Save the frames. I just love saying that, even though it had nothing to do with it. Either way, though, moving into his mom's hard fight, looking for a 1-0 lead here is TicTacFoe on the left-hand side. Just barely mistimed that bomb placement. As soon as this enemy's cleared, he'll place one down. Moved it out of the way, I should say. Yeah, I don't know what Mello's talking about. By the way, for those wondering, Mello had basically completely killed off this mom's hard fight that you're seeing right now. And that was our finishing point, same as this during the regular season. Mello ace against Princess Diana. And Mello kills off the heart, and it had still had those globins out on the screen. It didn't kill those off when the heart died, so one of them got knocked by the death of the heart into Mello and took the last bit of his health and killed him. So because there was still an enemy on the screen, he had to go all the way back to the beginning. We've seen craziness happen in this game, especially during the races, so I never count anybody out. There is never a time, until like there is 1 or 2 hits left to go on the fat lady here, there is never a time to count somebody out. And just like that, though, last little bit of damage here, and like I said, when you get down to the last 1 or 2 hits and you're rocking that much health, it's a pretty safe bet. And on that note, TicTacFoe, a very nicely done job, has got himself a 1-0 lead here as Mom's heart dies. So everybody give it up for TicTacFoe, and for Haku for that matter. Both did a great job in that race, and again, very, very good job. TicTacFoe takes a 1-0 lead. So just like that, we'll wind up getting him reset. We got another round coming up here. Haku doing it in style. That's why I love Haku. How to Die in Style, starring the Haku. Use up the last of your bombs and still have health left over. Only the Haku, kids. Anyways, real quick, we're going to do 2 minutes worth of ads. We'll get these guys reset, and we'll let everybody get up, have a smoke break, grab a drink, whatever the case might be. And I know Magic's going to do the same thing most likely because he's your ref on call with them, so he'll be doing the countdown afterwards to get them started. So we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll get them restarted for round number 2. Hang tight, everybody, and again, thank you so much for everything. We'll get you a link into both of their channels, BOILeR.org as well, and yeah, check out ChrisHandle.com as well for artwork needs if you have anything. Be right back in 2 minutes, guys.